Well, look at that. 0.6.0 is nigh upon us. And it's updating right now. Like they said, 7 a.m. Eastern on the dot. So we're going to let this upload real quick. And once that is done, I'm going to delve into the update and see what has changed and what hasn't changed. So this should be very interesting. I'm not looking forward to reallocating all my commander skills, my captain skills, but you know, that's okay. It's to be expected. And it's actually uploading pretty quickly right now. I'm a little surprised by that. It appears that it's not that big of an update. Oh, there we go. There's another 348 megabytes. More game components. Still not that bad. Still not that bad. So I'm not gonna sit and make you all watch this. I'll pick back up when I get into the game. And we are in. Alright, first off, this ocean is kind of blank. So let's take a look what we have here. And already this map is here, Dragon. So we'll load that up and see how that works out. That's kind of cool. Alright, very interesting. Very interesting port. That is indeed a dragon. I imagine the Chinese New Year has influenced this. You can see some Chinese junk in the river, as the boats are called. Anyhow, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. What is going on here? You can see right here on my Bismarck, my captain is at 16 of 16. So let's click on him, and I gotta reallocate everything. So I'm gonna do that on battleships right now. I'm gonna do that on. Let's see. I just unlocked my Chapayev. God, I'm not looking forward to reallocating my skills on all these ships, but it is what it is. At least we have the option to do so. So let's see. Where's my Chapayev? Regrinding the Russian line. The cruisers again after my little state of cruisers have. It's kind of persuaded me that I want to go all the way to the top. Moskva was a great ship when I tested it back when they were first coming out, so I want to get back up there. See, I only have a 14-point captain here, but that really doesn't matter. So, let's get down to the business of reallocating. And what am I going to choose on cruisers? I really never thought this out that well for cruisers. I thought it out for battleships, but not cruisers. So what do I want here? Evasive maneuver, that's not going to help. Incoming fire alert, it's really not going to help. Dogfighting, no. That's an intriguing option right there. The center catapult, as it is. Servicing expert loader. This might not be a bad option because when I play cruisers, I do switch back and forth from AP to HE. So let's see. Porty tar. No. We'll go with expert loader. We'll start with that. I'm really not impressed by the 1-point captain skills here. Not in the least. Moving up. Level 2. Well, this one's kind of the obvious one. We'll take the. Or is it? The smoke screen doesn't help me. We'll go ahead and take the expert marksmanship, and you know you do get a freebie if you need to redistribute your skills up to this point. I mean, it's going to be an extreme discount, but it's still going to cost you to balloons. This is where things are going to get a little bit tough here. Choosing what you want here. And you know, I'm going to take the demolition expert because I use HE against battleships. And even though this got a major nerf, it's no longer as potent as it used to. If battleships are going to take fire prevention, I think this might be helpful. But again, fortunately, it's okay, because if I don't like what I'm using right now, I can redistribute, I can reallocate. Now things get even more hard here, but not so. I know instantly off the bat I'm going to take Concealment Expert. Like, that's a must-take for the Chapayev and a lot of cruisers, so already that's going to help out a lot. And that leaves me with 4 undistributed points in my 14-point captain. Now, things get even more interesting here. And for me, it's a cross between, do I want the HE shells? But again, that kind of negates the Demolition Expert, or it doesn't really negate it. It kind of balances things out. It kind of equalizes here and almost gets me back to where I was. So by taking Demolition Expert paired with Inertia Fuse, that minus 3% hit to your HE shells is kind of negated in a way. Or do I want to be a putz and take radio location? I said I wouldn't do that for battleships, but cruisers, those are a different situation here. And this is going to be the hard trade-off, I think, for cruisers. So really, radio location is not a gimme. But before I take that, I want to take a look at the captain skills again and just see the accelerated commander training right here and what that would cost. So, yeah, to get that major bump right there, it's going to cost you all your free XP. So then there's no way that I'm going to use that, especially when all you need is a 14-point captain. And that's just something to keep in mind right there. So I really don't know what to take here. The HE or the radio location. And you know, now that this is in the game, I don't want to take it for the sake of being that guy that takes it, but I really want to know how it plays in pub servers with average, below average, above average, and Unicum players with the whole spectrum. I want to see if this is really viable, and I want to use this week or two to test the it's interesting they changed the name to radio location. I want to check out radio location and see if it's really going to be that big of a deal. So we're going to go with that right now. Kind of feel dirty taking it, but you know, it might not be a big deal at all. So fortunately, it appears with this update, everything remains enabled. Your flags. Actually, I never put one on this ship, so we'll take my Lex battle flag. But it looks like the other things, the flags that you had on here already, remain enabled because I had this camo on here, and it's got the auto resupply option on, which is nice. Remember the last major patch, that was not the case. It pretty much took everything away. Since this is a new ship, to me at least, regrind. I'm going to take the Hydro here. And I'm going to take the spotting aircraft. So there you go. You got a new port with this. You get to reallocate your captain skills. You got some very, very tough choices ahead. And you have this nice, neat little Chinese New Year port, which, you know, kind of cool looking. Not that bad. So now is the now's the hard task of trying all this stuff out and seeing how big a difference things like radio location. I see that they renamed it because the other name, radio position finding, had a stigma to it. It had a nasty stigma. And actually, let's go back. I want to read what it says, if they made any changes to it. No, it shows the nearest direction. Enemy player will be alerted that a bearing was taken. So no, it doesn't look like they changed it. It doesn't look like they made it ping or anything. And again, if you've got a 14-point captain and you need to redistribute, it's still going to cost you 14 to balloons. So there you go. Here's your 0.6.0 update, everyone. Good luck. It's going to be interesting. Anyhow, I am out, and I will give you my thoughts on radio finding, or whatever they renamed it to, in the future when we find out how it plays out in the pub servers. Anyhow, I am out.